This just feels all sorts of wrong. Hey, welcome home. Welcome back to the Resiner's Poorhouse. Today, I'm sitting here with you, drinking a dirty soda. Diet Dr. Pepper with coconut coffee creamer and a touch of lime. Oh, it's so good. Okay, but we're not here about the dirty soda. We're here about this kit that I bought at Hobby Lobby for $19.99. No, I really did spend $19.99 on it, but that's not why we're here. We're here for the Copy Cat collaboration. So welcome to this cross-continental copycat collaboration sponsored by Mrs. Lisa Crow and I. And what we did was we invited a few select artists that we know really focus on the artwork part of it, and we matched them up with another YouTube creator. So the idea is to copycat in all good ways, whether you take an idea of somebody's entire channel and you get a vibe from them and you just copy their aesthetic, that works. If you want to take a project and rework it with a different trope, different color theme, lights, any other kind of things, movement, whatever you want, and just enhance it your way. And so my partner is Bela from Agina Craft, and I will be making Bela's riverboard, and from what I hear, he might be making my octopus. I think, how many octopus do I have on the channel? You know what, I might just have one that at Lauren911 sent me in a happy mail from my Amazon wish list, which was amazing, and I'm still writing off that high. So if you know another artist and you want to spoil them, go and see if they have an Amazon wish list. You can see an example on my page, and then send them some happy mail. So I got an octopus from Lauren that I believe Bela's going to use. But before we get into this, I kind of need to explain something really important. Okay, so I'm kind of embarrassed to say this. In full disclosure, Bela is my hall pass. Yeah, he's my hall pass. And yes, I know I'm single. And I gave myself permission. So I'm both the hall pass committee and its only member. Yeah, we'll take it. So from watching Bela's river table video, now he had a lot of amazing equipment. This comes in a kit. We're going to test out the kit. I will tell you that it has a high failure rate. So if you want to do it correctly, I would recommend doing it Bela's way. If you, in fact, have things like a router, a planer, just a regular saw. A saw would help of some sort. So he was able to build a bunch of river tables as a commission. He did a beautiful, wonderful job. Now, so Bela does have all of these amazing tools to use. Here I am, just sitting here with my hot glue gun. Which I'm not going to use. Well, shoot, I don't know if I'm going to use a hot glue gun today or not. I actually bought this kit. It's called Resin Studio. Resin Studio Mix and Pour Wood River Plank. And it's incredibly complicated, and like I said, it didn't have the best reviews, and the people that I saw make them didn't have the best results. So I don't know if I'm going to fare any better, but we will try. So essentially we have these two pieces of wood here, right? And I'm up a little taller, so I can't bring my camera yet so you could see the whole thing, but you will. Okay, so here we go. What they are saying is we need to create a leak-proof reservoir with these pieces of wood that I don't know if they're treated or not. I kind of want to say they might be, but if they're not treated, they're gonna have an immense amount of bubbles. So I'm a little worried about that. Okay. The directions are relatively complicated too, but let's get this out of the way. They gave me this big wax paper sheet. Okay, let's see what else we have in this kit. We have very old resin. So this is the hardener. They only give you I want to say this is what, 2 ounces? Yes, these are each 2 ounces. So it's a 30-minute work time, and they don't give you really any information. But here's the thing that I want to show everybody is that you get this cheap resin online and you think it's a great deal. And even some of the good resins do this. And after a year, they turn yellow. So I actually bought this for Christmas a year ago. Actually, I'm sorry, it wasn't for Christmas. It was for Mother's Day. So it was pretty close to a year ago. And this is already yellow. So all resins yellow, and they do that because of UV light exposure. At least that's my understanding. And even though we're not going to use this, we're going to use Bond Craftor resin. And Bond Craftor has a UV filter. It's UV resistant, so it resists yellowing. So they give you this nice little pouring cup with a spout. So yay, that's good. It does feel like plastic, so it's you don't clean it out real well. It's one-time use. We have some cafeteria gloves, which are fun. Okay, they gave us a paintbrush, and I'll explain that in a second. We have one popsicle stick for stirring, which we're not going to need. We have some push pins and some rocks. Yikes, loud. Cover your ears. We have some resin tape, a little medicine cup, which they didn't give us any color, so that's weird. But so there are other versions of this kit that I saw out there that do actually have color in it. We do not have color in it, but I mean, well, I have color, so we're gonna put color in it. Stirring stick, wood planks, mixing, pouring bowl. Yep, got it all. Got it all. But you will need a paper towel. Just says singular. I think you're gonna need more than that. And they cut off paper towel. And you'll need a hairdryer. But probably not. What do they want the little cup for? It doesn't say, so that was probably for the kit with color. Wait, okay. I've been avoiding this. So I've been avoiding this for a couple of weeks because I'm so afraid of this process because it has not worked for the other people. So what I want to show you is what they are suggesting, and I'm not sure which way this goes. It's definitely going to be better if I put it this way, actually. Whoops, sorry, I bumped your head. Are you okay? So, they say keep this about 3 inches apart. I don't know, the more farther apart you have it, more resin it's going to take. I don't think I need a deep pour. I don't think I need a deep pour. So what they want you to do is take this acetate, right? They want you to mix some of this gnarly resin and use a paintbrush and paint the resin on here in its 1-to-1 format, not thickened or anything like that. Wait 2 hours and come back and pour the rest of the board. Okay, so there's an inherent problem with that. One, the epoxy is not thick enough to do that with, right? So it just doesn't work. So I have seen glue gun, which did work, but it did seem to leak a little, sort of like my brain is doing right now. So what I think I'm going to do is use some UV resin. Let me get it out. Wait, not even there yet. What am I doing? Okay, so we have all these points of entry, right? We got this all along here. We have this, all of this dark brown live edge stuff. We have the ends here, and the top there. We have so much potential for leaking. So, I mean, I really wanted to see if I had a tray mold that I could put this in, because I could definitely make it wider if I need to. However, none of my tray molds will actually work. So, okay, so now you're going to have to think about, if you do this, which you can always do, you can go to the lumber yard and get pieces like this that are like a live edge, and they're not as pretty, but I mean they'll work just fine. These ones that I got are 2 inches tall, so they would need a deep pour. But okay, you're gonna have to decide what you want to do. Put in the middle of your river board. Bella just did a beautiful blue. Here he is. You know, Bella's got the beautiful Mediterranean Sea, and I'm here making a river where the most exotic creature is probably a confused trout. Or steelhead, or lungfish, or a halibut, or a landlocked silver, or a blowfish, or a beautiful little koi fish. So you can take your little stickers and you can put them on the board here. Gosh, I wish you could see this whole thing. Why does my phone not? I got fishies everywhere. Look at this guy, he's cool. What's wrong? Wait a second. Wait a second. Okay, I think AI made this fish. Just look at him. It's like he's a half seal. What's, oh, poor baby. What's wrong with his spine? I almost want to use him because he looks so ridiculous. I don't know. This one's the prettiest. So we have options to put fish or real fish. Oh, I gotta find my real fish. I think that could be cool, but you know what? Well, one step at a time. I'm avoiding this. Can't you see I'm avoiding this? Okay, they don't say anything specific about putting it up on the sides right here. Okay, so but what they want you to do is, and I should have taken my gloves off. It's funny, when I bought these gloves and I was gonna throw them away because they're actually they were very small for me, and I've lost so much weight that even my I'm getting extra skin on my forearms and my wrists. So I tried these gloves again, and they actually worked. Okay, so what they want you to do is take a piece of tape, cut it long ways, stick it to the edge. I guess we'll make it about this width. And besides, there's no way possible that 4 ounces of resin would fill this, even if you made it that big. It's irritating. So somebody who wants to get into this project or has never done resin before, this is not going to be a good project for them. Or you, or whoever. See, there's a gap. That's crazy. This gap is crazy. I don't know. See, they didn't say anything about the outside. Okay, I guess outside don't need to be done. So, wait a second. Let me get this straight. They want me to pull up the acetate. Okay. Place a strip of craft tape along the top and bottom edges of both wood planks, also covering the space in between. Down on the bottom. Fold the acetate sheet upward along the top and bottom edges of the wood planks and secure with a craft stick and push pins to hold in place. So, that doesn't make sense. Okay. And this is the weirdest thing. Okay, that tape seems to work well. Okay, the weirdest thing though is that they gave us some push pens. And there's a purpose for all of them. And I ripped the tip of my glove. And that thing. So my gloves are still too small. You know what? Yeah, we're going to take a look. Look at how much they have extra. If you were to do this, you wouldn't even be able to use the sheet correctly. Okay, Peachtree Playthings on March 22, which is probably why the epoxy's bad. Okay, so just do it, Jen. Just do it. Just do it. Okay, push these push pens in. Oh, holy hell. Okay, I expected that, but at the same time I did not expect that, because people said that it was easy to push in. We're gonna go here. Come on. Take your time. Okay, get it set just a little. And then we're gonna hammer. Okay, yay. Okay, got that hammered. This just feels all sorts of wrong to work. I'm just highly disappointed in all of this stuff, which makes me really think maybe it wasn't sealed. And then when I put resin on it, I'm not going to be able to hold it down. Boy. But I'm committed. I am committed. Okay. Help me out, Bond Craftor. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Now, if you are going to use an actual paintbrush for UV resin, that's okay. But you're going to want to rinse it out with isopropyl alcohol, 97% or higher. Rinse that out really good, or your bristles are going to harden much worse than these ones are. So, and then rinse it with soap and water. So I really didn't want to wait those 2 hours for regular epoxy to set to go around this. And so this is why I did it the way that I did it. I'm worried now. I'm really worried that this is a different color than the regular resin. Not that I wasn't worried beforehand, but I mean, what are you gonna do? Okay, so this is the problem. So we already have the first failure, which is, let me get this glare off for you. You can see that leakage all the way in, which means that this back will probably have to be top coated. Okay, so I'm just gonna fill this. I'm gonna fill it with resin because or UV. Need more. We need more, we need more, we need more. It's important to make sure that if you're going to do this, your UV resin is very, very cured, that it's very hard, because you don't want any uncured UV mixing with uncured epoxy 1-to-1, which is what I'm going to be using. I'm just going to use some regular 1-to-1. I don't think that we need any deep pour. Anyway, so they'll gel together and create a gel, and you'll have uncured spots. So something you definitely don't want. This is definitely not a beginner project. Not a beginner. I'm not even sure it's a project that should be sold to anyone. Like, I think they just imagined what it was supposed to be, and they wrote instructions for it. I think that's what happened. Okay, so I don't remember exactly what my plan was. It was a plan. It was I personally like these natural colored rocks. Wow, they give you a lot more than I thought that swear I've seen. Yeah, the other ones were not enough rocks, so they changed that. They changed that. That's awesome of them. Oh, there's my other one. Because, okay, gosh, I don't know if I should put, I think I should UV this dude down, honestly, because I think they might float. So okay, so I'm actually looking for colors here. So I have a question. Why is there a salmon color but not a trout mica? Anyway, we need blue, like the blue of Bella's eyes. Wait, I think they're green. Not that I've been studying them or anything. Okay, because mine change color depending upon what I'm wearing. So sometimes it's, my eyes are like dolphin gray, which isn't even a real color. Sometimes they're 70s faded Ford truck blue. You know, the specific blue when your dad swears that the truck still got life in it, but it's been sitting in the field since like Carter was president. Definitely, everybody knows that guy who has a truck in a field. I have a picture of me actually the day I left this state I graduated high school in, and I'm standing in front of it was actually a Chevy extended cab, very light blue, which was the color of my eyes. So what I'm gonna use is I'm gonna use resin dye, okay? Because alcohol inks, they're beautiful, especially for blooms and whatnot. But the thing is that they do fade. And you know how I was saying that resin will yellow over time? Alcohol inks will fade. So I personally prefer resin dye. And this is a good way, by the way, to have your resin flash cure is when you let it sit in a big cup. So it can't degas itself. So I'm just gonna pour it into a couple of cups here and hope that I don't ruin it. Okay, or spill it or whatever. So I'm going to use this bright blue. So I have this big set of rocks here that I was thinking might go in there. You know, sometimes these guys like to hide around rocks. Depends on what kind of fish it is. So the epoxy is already, the level you can already tell is going down, so which means that there's definitely a leak somewhere. So I'm just going to do another 2 big rocks, then we're going to try to dome it. Okay, 3, because good things come in 3s. Right? Come on, we need something good to happen in America. We need something good to happen in America. America, America. Okay, I don't think I want all of this. Let me see. I don't know. Oh, it's getting hot. Gosh darn it, getting hot already. Getting hot. I don't like doming things. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to know what I'm doing, and I do know what I'm doing most of the time. Well, that's tricky. You might have seen otherwise. There is evidence to the contrary. Yep. Okay, this might be too bright blue. Might have made it too bright. And there's bark everywhere and bubbles, because I'm introducing it after it's been sitting for a while, so it's already decast a bunch, and so it isn't sealed. You can see the seams now. Okay, I guess I did want all of that. So I actually, as I forgot to say, I did mix up 16 ounces of resin. And I might remind you that they only gave us 4 ounces. How? Oh, and then I freaking overdid it. Okay, I'm just not focusing. It's too late, and this project is too long. And it's been a weird day. It's been a really weird day. And, you know, I still don't know if I inhaled boba. sure I'm okay. I do feel something kind of stuck in my, too deep to cop out, but still stuck. It's not high enough to cop out. Oh, this is hot. Oh, Jennifer. Oh, and what if this doesn't work? Oh, I should have just done one side here. Stop, 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 stop. If I dome, it's gonna break the surface tension right now. Yep. So there's no possible way of doming. I'm gonna use this. Yeah. That's not gonna work. That's too big. Okay. So you just take it right up to the edge, unless you're dumb and you poured it too far like I just did. But if you follow it like how I'm doing now, you can get a nice dome, which really looks nice when it's done. I don't even know why I'm trying. This is kind of ruined. And I wanted to film something else after this, but I don't want to move it now. So that's out the window. Okay, so I think the point of my video has changed. Instead of doing a copycat video where I changing up what Bela did in a way, he is still inspired me artistically, and thank you for being a good sport about all of the teasing and the dating stuff. I hope you know that I only date local. Oh goodness, I'm sorry, it's true, I can't do long distance. However, what I meant to say was thank you for being a good sport about me. Giving you props for being so cool. So instead, my perspective really has changed to how to determine if a craft kit is good for you or not. Or in other words, should you buy this river table plank thing? And the answer is no. Don't do it, especially for 20 bucks. But actually, you know, I mean, from a distance, this thing's gonna look sick. And that's a good. This is definitely helping with those bubbles. They're gonna collect here though, for sure. That's kind of annoying, right? That clicking. Click, 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 click. Come on, Bubba. I see you. I see you. Aha, you popped it. That's good. Okay, now I might screw everything up by then spraying it with alcohol, but I'm gonna. Okay, this side's gonna be a wreck. It just is. We're preparing for it. Oh gosh. Okay, here's my air purifier. It's gone off. You know, actually, if this can get to an even amount poured over the side, I mean, like, when in doubt, join them, right? Maybe? Or is that dumb? At least it'll be somewhat even, maybe? Might have a big, long... Yeah, that's not going to be even. Think about things before you do them. And then think about them again. And then maybe a couple more times. And if you even have any sort of doubt, don't do it. Especially in resin. So this corner here is much tighter. Why did I get that so tight? But if I come back in enough time, which I might not, but if I do, see, this side looks great. I think. I can't tell. It doesn't look like it's come off. So if I come back in enough time, I might be able to cut it off. It's definitely going to be lumpy, which I assuming the bottom will be too. Yeah, this is going to be a nightmare right there. Right there. Right there. So if I were to do this again, I want to use this acetate. I would just tape it with the painter's tape, honestly. Or this stuff's probably fine too. But tape it to the wood. So what I did was flip the acetate up to have a leak-proof situation, which certainly isn't going to happen anyway. Oy. Okay, so there are a bunch of little dirt specks. Believe it or not, this is not the biggest one. And you've been sitting there with this ring light. Let me turn it off. Okay. Is that better? No. That doesn't change anything, does it? It does for me. I can't see. I'm getting old. I mean, I am old. Okay. Okay, that doesn't feel bright enough. Okay, there are pieces of dark wood pulp. That's dangerous. Over there. I'm sorry, I'm actually just playing. I got distracted. Some people get distracted by shiny things. I get distracted by resin bugs, resin dandruff. And I did forget my paper towels, which is the one of two things that it said I needed to provide, even though I provided 12 more ounces of resin. Okay, you want the fun news? Okay, so I'm doing a project on this side, mixing up some colors here, and I put some interference powder in my cup, and at the same time the air conditioner went off, and glitter. You might be able to see. Maybe by trying to decrease the glare. Look. Yeah, so now we have sparkly water. I'm not talented enough to fix that. Hi, okay, we are back, and it is about 14 hours later. I was able to stop by a couple of times and pop bubbles, and still we have a couple of bubbles on the top. Not sure if you see them. I know that the ring lights are distracting. I'm sorry, they're not ring lights, they're my chandelier, and I'm not getting it out of the ceiling, and I have no other spot to film in at the moment, so I'm really sorry. I don't know what to do to fix that. But I think that is the least of our problems, quite honestly. Because this is a hot mess. This is perhaps, no, it's not perhaps, it is hands down the worst craft kit I have ever bought. This needs revisions. The idea is great. People would want to do it, but you give this to a beginner, and maybe I'm a beginner, I don't know, but they're gonna quit resin. I texted Lisa afterwards and I said, I'm sorry to inform you, but this river plank has broken me. Like, I'm quitting resin, at least for a couple of days. No, you gotta get up, gotta get back on the horse and keep going. And yes, I am taking my time in demolding this, because look, it's so much more fun to get the resin off the bottom of my lighter. Yes, let's focus on that instead of this. Okay, do you guys understand the amount of work that is gonna have to go into this to fix it? Okay, well, first of all, you guys didn't see because it's out of the camera because this is too big. But look at this leak. I told you about it. I just couldn't film it. So this came out. Let's turn it over. Let's turn it over and see. Just see what the damage is. Okay, you could definitely feel the crinkling of this acetate. We got some spillage. And I checked it 2 hours ago and it was still very, very soft. It is no longer very, very soft. So I'm going to get these push pens out of here. Oh God, this won't even come out. Oh jeez, what have I done? Okay, so I pushed the push pens directly into this acetate because the acetate is not supposed to stick. And look at what okay, I can't even get these out. Okay, sorry, I don't. Okay, hold on. Okay, I was gonna actually do this off camera, but no, I'm gonna do it on camera because I'm gonna try to send this to the Resin Studio people, and they can call me an idiot and tell me that it's my fault. But no. So I cannot get these out any other way. So that one came out of that side. Let's see if I can get this side off. Okay. Ah, goodness. We got a little belly of a fish there. We can tickle it. Tickle, tickle, tickle belly. Oh, great. I can't get it out of my hammer. This is my daddy's hammer. It's as old as I remember it. So, my whole lifetime, he had this hammer. You can tell, huh? I don't even know what that's made of. It's pretty cool.
Whether it's a cozy, affordable home or a lavish luxury home or ranch, your journey.
Alrighty. Okay, there goes a stick. Oh, I still have a pen in this corner. Oh no! Oh, you're kidding me. I just popped the head off of that thing. Look. Hello. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's not working. That's not working. Shoot, I might have to take this outside on the steps on the concrete. Get it. Okay, let's at least take off this tape on the side so that we can feel somewhat productive. Let me just knocked all of that on the ground. Okay, so I was gonna try to save this acetate. I want nothing to do with it. Okay, what do we have here? This has actually made this tape into rubber. Oh, give me a second. Everything's coming off my desk now. I'm literally using all of my strength for that. Okay, guys, this is not good. This is not good. Okay, tell me what that is. Oh, Lord have mercy. This was a bad idea. Holy bad idea. Holy bad idea. That is literally the worst screw up I've ever seen in resin. And I'm not kidding.
I heard the same one stirring the coffee in Seoul.
And if it happened to somebody else, I would say the same thing.
If your tail's long, someone will catch it eventually. There was only so long that you could live in hiding.
And the screw up was picking this kit to begin with. Oh, I'm not even on camera, but I just pulled some of that off. I'm so sorry. Look how unwieldy this is. It's just too big. Too big. Trying to get this little tape off. Okay, what else can I try to get off? I can try to get off this part. Nope. Not getting enough here. Oh boy. Bella, help me. Trying to channel my inner Bella. Oh Lord. Oh goodness. I'm just gonna keep saying that. There's no way. There is no freaking way. Okay, let me cut this part off and we might end up calling it a day. I don't know. This is going in the worst craft kit in history. I mean, my table was level, but I don't know if you can see this. But this is the end, one of the ends. And so we'll start over here. This is where the resin, the level of the resin went up to.
Turns out he is.
There you go. So let's go ahead and take a second here to pay respects.
Something else changed that. My words. And there's action.
Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with that. Okay. So I would like to thank all of the other copycats. I hope everybody had a good time. I actually had a good time. I just didn't have a great outcome. And I love all of this. I love all of this. So in order to fix this, what will need to happen, and I might even pay someone to do it for me because I do like it, but I don't even mind the glitter that's in there. But you would have to sand this or cut it with a bandsaw or skill saw, whatever you have. So you'd either have to cut all of these sides and get this extra resin off, which might be a good idea, especially like on this side you can see how wavy it is. So just a clear cut, that would be good. And then I would flood coat the back just to get this even. Actually, I'd have to sand it, try to sand it all off. Would be the smartest thing to do. You could probably fake it by flood coating it and it would even this all out, and that would be a shortcut to it. But if you sanded it off, you could get all of this gunk off. There's the other fishies. Of course we're gonna see them. I UV'd them to the... I want to thank you for stopping by the poorhouse. I would also like to thank all of the collaborators that joined this copycat, and the playlist will be linked in the description, as well as links to the other creators. Please go ahead and check them out, give them some love. At this present time in modern day history, we all need some love. So show some love to me with a like, with a comment, with a buy me a copy, with a tip from my Amazon wish list to help me get better. But no, show the other creators love, really, truly, and honestly, especially my partner in crime, at Mrs. Lisa Crow. I owe you so much in my world and my life, and I thank you. I thank you for participating in it. So everybody, I will put up more videos soon as I get over this river table. Thank you, Bella, for the inspiration. But stay tuned. We may see a redemption piece, not with the kit. Okay. Remember to stay sticky, and you always have a home here.